All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Like set, 19, get in the weight room.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing on second and 14. Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at
all. Looking for a better play coming up on third. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Well, they do get 5 there, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Ready, set, 50's the mark. Base. Begin. Ready.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 13. Check 36. Check 10. Fresno.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Let's go, defense.
On 1st and 10, Love. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 41-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Tucson. You don't want none. Blue dog Corpus.
2nd and 9 now. Ebron caught left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ready. Max 50, Max 50. Stop your whining. Bam. Check. Ready, go.
Chubb. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check the backer.
Following the penalty, Chubb. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Check my 50. I'm not ready. Who's 61? Matchbox, right. Ready, go.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Texans nothing.
San Hutton. San Lobo. Let's go, D. San Hutton.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check.
Now Chubb running right, and he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Love. And he's got Lockett. And down inside the 15 he goes. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Switch.
Now Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 14 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken very short. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Let's go.
13-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Going deep for Hopkins. It got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, 82 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A toss play to Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. Forced out to his left. Going deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play.
Last stop.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
2nd and 13. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Love. Being chased out left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick, taken at the 15.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds again.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I got one. Shit.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to throw. Love. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tyler Lockett, as the first half is winding down, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
That's it, baby. That's it.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Squeeze, double. 40's Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Mike 40, Mike 31.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The final shot before the break. Watson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alpha. 55, line 55. Get ready, get ready, get ready. 55 is my guy, 55.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Set, ready, 90, walk. Wow, boom. Here we go again. Slam, slam.
On 1st down, Love. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A give running right is Chubb. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 1st down, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Give me that ball.
To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Let go. Mike 50. Watch the run. Yep. Watch the run. Go Mike 50.
From the gun, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go now. 10 Tucson. Kill. Exit. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey.
Operating from the gun. Love. He lets it fly from Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 52 yards. That pass was heavily defended on third down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Looking to throw. Love toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Kalen Ballage, 67 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Switch. Check. Check hot route. Hot smoke. Use the mic.
Back to throw. Love. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Mack. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Throwing on 1st down. Love. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DJ Reader showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Undercut. Undercut. Check. He's coming. We got double up.
Now Balaj. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans cut into that lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Open man is Higgins. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Blue dot Quarters. Blue dot Quarters. Hayward.
Operating from the gun. Love dancing to his left. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Down. 8. Reed. All right, me and you in. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Begin. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Mack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I got you. Protein spill.
On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Love. Now he's forced out left. He can run for it, and he will. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped, and the Texans scoop it.
Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for that, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-slick then